Hey guys, it's Walker Dybel, best-selling author of Buy Then Build and creator of the Acquisition Lab. Today I want to draw attention to the fact that as an entrepreneur, you're always trying to grow your business. And if you don't grow, you are dying. That is a basic fact taught in MBA schools, understood by entrepreneurs everywhere. You're growing or you're dying. There's no such thing as stagnation, okay? Now here's the thing. There are actually two ways to grow your business, okay? Innovation and acquisition. Notice that I didn't say organic, okay? That's just a business task that you've got to do that's part of it, and it's incremental growth, okay? Innovation will really grow your business. Acquisition will really grow your business. These are the two real ways to accelerate growth in your business. So the thing is that on the first time that I ever acquired a company, I was running a printing company. And the thing was I bought the business originally because I saw a major change in the industry. I saw new titles by self-publishers exploding. I saw new technology being able to produce low runs for traditional publishers so that they could expand their available libraries, hold lower inventory, and sell more titles, moving to just-in-time inventory for the publishing industry. So I acquired the company and I started to run it. Knocked some walls down, put in some digital printing machines, and small run binding equipment so that we could sell short run digital printed books to our traditional publishing companies that we already had as customers. I think we had 125 existing publishers as customers, and so we brought this new technology to them. The good news is that by making that innovation, especially at that time, it became about a quarter of revenue in 18 months. And this company was doing about $8 million in revenue. So it was a significant impact quickly. But it started to slow down very quickly. And I realized it was because we didn't have certain infrastructures, right? We didn't have certain ways to sell our new technology to new business. So we had a great first step, but we couldn't expand at the same rate of growth. What I understood by buying that first company was that the multiples or valuations of book printing companies in the late zeros, sort of 2006 to 2010, say, were actually very low. Okay, often they were as low as like 2.3% on sellers' discretionary earnings. So just slightly over 2 years worth of earnings were buying these companies. Now, it wasn't a no-brainer. A lot of the companies were declining because of what was going on in the industry, so you had to kind of get around that. That played a big part in the fact that I never actually acquired a business, even though I went on a full-blown 4-year attempted acquisition, growth through acquisition model during that time. Didn't work. Subsequently, I did end up acquiring $16.5 million across 3 verticals. So I know that growing through acquisition works. But the point is during that time, it didn't work for me because of what was happening in the industry. Now, it did end up leading to our exit, which is a different story. However, what I'm trying to tell you here is that when you look at we had the innovation part, okay, then we needed to accelerate through acquisition. And neither one of these are mutually exclusive. You can start by acquisition, which Buy Then Build covers. You can grow through acquisition, or you can grow through innovation or start through innovation, okay? And the thing is that starting by innovation has really taken the limelight over the last 20 years in entrepreneurship, if not longer, okay? Venture capital, all these other things. So what I want to do is actually draw your attention to something that I think is eye-openingly surprising, okay? I want to draw your attention to the most innovative companies of our time, okay? And let me just name a couple examples. Facebook, Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, and Apple Computer. What do they all have in common? Check this out. Facebook, over the last 15 years, has acquired 78 companies. Facebook, one of the most innovative companies of our time, has acquired 78 companies during that time, okay? Tesla has acquired 9 acquisitions. One of them was about 7 months ago. Did you hear about it? All the noise is around innovation, but how are they actually growing their business? How are they building the infrastructure? How are they getting the things that they need? Microsoft has acquired over 200 different companies, okay? Apple Computer. Apple, the ones that, the originator of the iPhone, like the most innovative company in the history of mankind, the ones that pride themselves on, creating the products that people want, not that they think that they need, right? This company has acquired over 100 companies just in the last 6 years alone, okay? Now, we all know that there are certain companies out there, say Blackstone, Berkshire Hathaway, that are known and famous for acquiring companies because that's what they do. They don't innovate, they acquire companies, right? So take some of those numbers that we just went through. Facebook, 78, Amazon, 128, Microsoft, over 200, Apple, over 100, okay? Berkshire Hathaway, probably the most famous company for doing this strategy, 52. They've done 52 acquisitions in the entirety of their existence, okay? What this tells me, and should tell you, is that the most innovative companies embrace acquisition even more aggressively than the companies that use it as a business model on its own. Why is that? It's because acquisition and innovation work together. Acquisition is the why behind acquisition is really two things, okay? One, it's the single fastest way for your business to acquire revenue, to acquire infrastructure, to acquire a geographic space that you want, to acquire additional customers, to acquire a strategic product in your mix, okay? You can also acquire talent. Acqui-hire is sort of like the term used for that, right? So it's all of these things. It's a way to move into new markets quickly and use that innovation that your company provides to accelerate that growth, okay? The second thing is that it's a great use of capital. So because of the leverage available and because of the equity buildup, it provides exceptional returns compared to any other asset class, okay? Just look at the aggregator roll-ups happening in the Fulfilled by Amazon or FBA businesses right now, okay? These companies have raised $12 million, about 12 billion, 9 billion of it, okay, has happened just in the last 11 months alone. There's 70 companies buying these small 70 aggregators buying these small FBA companies. Okay, when I say small, I mean sub $5 million, type of revenue companies. Okay, it's a great way it's a great use of capital, great use of resources, and the single fastest way to accumulate, revenue, infrastructure, talent, strategic products, any of these items. Okay, so here's the benefit to sort of realizing this. Okay, one. I didn't invent buying businesses when I wrote Buy Then Build. Okay, I didn't invent it. When I went out and started buying companies, I didn't invent this. It was a whole model. But no one, as sort of like a startup entrepreneur, was really leveraging it and utilizing this. No one I knew, right? And so the thing is that like what I want you to understand is that you're not limited to starting from scratch. You're not limited to growing organically. You're not limited to growing through innovation as an entrepreneur. You can buy all of these things at smaller numbers and be backed by banks, SBA loans, investors, any of these other things, and make great deals, okay? Listen, if you want to buy a business in the next 12 months, we created the Acquisition Lab to provide world-class content, a vetted community. About 12% of applicants get in. We've got group coaching and guidance, and also a suite of tools to help you in your plan to move forward with acquisition. So whether you're a small business, an entrepreneur, someone who's employed who wants to make a change, we've tried to provide the best program out there for you in a do-it-with-you buy-side advisory service. Check us out at acquisitionlab.com and look forward to your application. Hope you enjoyed the content. Thanks.